بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله الأمين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Grade 5. Hello everyone. I'm lucky to have you today as usual. Today we're going to revise what we have studied during this week in grammar. So of course we have studied the pronouns and antecedents, and everyone knows that pronouns stand for a replacement of a noun. That's why we have the word noun here, okay? And when we explained, we said that that noun which was replaced by a pronoun is what we call an antecedent. So here in a sentence like this one, Umar likes English, comma, we're not going to repeat, we're going to avoid repetition, we're going to say he is a boy, for example, And by the way, this video is for grade 5 and grade 6 both, because it's the same lesson, okay? So here, Omar likes English, he is a boy, okay? So here, instead of saying Omar again, I have chosen to use he, which is a subject pronoun, and which is going to replace Omar. So here, Omar is the antecedent, okay? So the noun that the pronoun is going to replace, that's what we call the antecedent. Now, if you go back to the dictionary, you're going to find out that an antecedent is something that comes before, okay? So here, always, of course, the antecedent is going to come before the pronoun, of course, okay? You cannot start with saying he, for example. I'm going to ask you, who is he? You see? So you have to start with an antecedent even in writing a book. Then you can change it with the whatever pronoun you want to use. For example, here, Marsha sang her new song. Of course, here we are talking about another kind of pronouns. We are not talking about the subject and object pronouns. And today we're going to revise 4 kinds of pronouns. So her, okay, is replacing Marsha here, okay? Because the original sentence is going to be Marsha sang the song, the new song of Marsha. Okay, so Marsha sang her new song. It's a possessive pronoun, okay, because it belongs to Marsha. I repeat. So grade 5, grade 6, please, we're going to have this in the exam. Pronouns are replacing nouns. We have different kinds of pronouns. Subject pronouns, object pronouns, reflexive pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, possessive pronouns, different kinds, okay? So a pronoun is going to replace a noun, and that noun which is replaced by a pronoun, we call it an antecedent. Let's move forward. So what is a pronoun? Here is the idea, why it matters, practice and apply. A pronoun is a word that is used in place of a noun. We have explained that. Or another pronoun, and we're going to explain that, of course. A pronoun can refer to a person, Ali, place, Riyadh, thing or animal, table, tiger, and it can stand even for an idea. The word that a pronoun refers to is an antecedent. Ramon visited Death Valley and he was impressed. Or Valley, okay? So who was impressed? It was Ali, okay? We replaced, not Ali, Ramon. So we replaced Ramon with he. He refers to whom? It refers to Ramon. So Ramon is the antecedent. And as I told you, okay, here the antecedent is going to be always before the pronoun. Pronouns such as we, I, he, them, and it are called personal pronouns. Here we are talking about subject pronouns. Personal pronouns have a variety of forms to indicate different persons, numbers, and cases. Yes, persons is officially found in the dictionaries. You can find it. You can find it in Google. But personally, I'm going to use people for the plural of person. Okay, but persons now is officially introduced to the English dictionary. You can check it, but I don't like it. I believe that it's a dialect word. I believe it's a spoken English word, okay? So, here we're talking about the personal pronouns, and here I'm going to take the advantage, and I'm going to remind you of the subject pronouns. I, he, she, it, you, we, and they. subject pronouns. Of course, when we're talking about the subject pronouns, those subject pronouns are the doer of the action. Okay? They are the doer of the action. When I say she plays football, she is the one who is exercising the action of playing football. You see? However, she is playing football with them. You see, them is an object pronoun here. They are the receivers of the action of her playing with them. You see? So, the best example here is using the verb to help. Okay? I helped him. I am the exerciser of the action. I gave help. You see? I'm not the receiver of the action. I'm the doer of the action. You see? The action of helping. And them, they are the receiver of the help. You see, that's why them is an object pronoun, of course. I told you that I'm going to revise with you all the object pronouns. So here, I went out. Of course, here we are talking about the subject pronouns, but let me take advantage and go back to revise with you the object pronouns. So I, in the object pronouns, receiving the action is going to be me. He is going to be him. She is going to be her. It is going to be it. Is not going to change. You, it's going to be you. It's not going to change. We is going to be us. And they is going to be them. As you can see, of course. Okay? So I cannot say, for example, I gave he help. No, I gave him help. You see, because he is a receiver of the action. Okay? However, I is a doer of the action, so it's going to be I, a subject pronoun, not an object pronoun. There are first person, second person, and third person personal pronouns, each having both singular and plural forms. Here, of course, I have I went out. It's a first person, I. You, second person. He is a third person. Okay? When you are talking about yourself, I, it's the first person. You, it's the second person. And he is the third person. That's singular. However, plural, it's going to be we when we are talking about a lot of people, including yourself. You is going to be the same in second person, whether in singular or plural, and they is going to be the third person, okay, plural. Why are we talking about this, teacher? Because here we have to make sure that every pronoun is going to follow his antecedent in the gender, in the number, and in the person. Okay, so you cannot, for example, you are talking to a lot of people, you are addressing a lot of people. Okay. You're going to use you, okay? You is the same in both, but in the exam or during the exam, I'm going to ask you: is it a you, the second person following here, or you second person singular following here its antecedent, or the you second person or plural following its antecedent? Okay. So you have to have this in mind. Okay. He is going to be the third person singular when we are talking about the person, and they is going to be the third person plural. Each personal pronoun forms three cases: subject, object, and possessive. Here we have chosen the three forms that we have in the book, but we still have, for example, yes, the subject pronouns, the object pronoun, the possessive pronouns, and we still have the reflexive pronouns, for example. Okay. Choose the pronoun choose the pronoun form depending on the pronoun's function in the sentence. He read about Death Valley, of course read here because it's a simple past. Otherwise I'm going to have S with read, it's going to be he reads. Julie asked him about the rocks. Ramon bought his book. Okay, we have talked about the subject and the object pronouns. Let's talk about the possessive pronouns. Whenever you are using my, his, her, okay, our, their, okay, and your, you are talking about something belonging to someone, okay, and possessive is derived from the verb to possess. When you possess something, it belongs to you. Pronouns help you talk about people consciously when you are telling a story. Write the personal pronoun in the sentence below. Death Valley is famous for its strange moving boulders. Okay, here we have Death Valley is famous for what? For its strange moving boulders. Of course, the original sentence was Death Valley is famous